Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much. I am glad you could join us again today. Yes, and we are reading Bintou's Braids by Sylviane Diouf and illustrated by Shane Evans. I hope you're excited for that one. I am absolutely thrilled. I am ready and just waiting for people to come on and get going with Story Time with Mr. Limada. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yes, and if you're in Auckland Unified, today is the last day of school, so hope to enjoy it. You get to say goodbyes to your friends, but hopefully we will be seeing you back at your schools when we open in the fall. So fingers crossed that we are back in schools at that time. Good morning to you, Anders, and good morning to you, Ingrid, and good morning to you, Lance. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and I hope you are ready for Bintou's Braids. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Please let us know where you're joining us from and who is joining in with you on this lovely Thursday out here in Auckland. I hope it is amazing where you are. Thank you so much. Anna Lima, good morning to you, joining us from Chicago, Illinois. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you're ready for Bintou's Braids, written by Sylviane Diouf and illustrated by Shane Evans. Good morning to you. Please get settled, get what you need, get your hot chocolate, get your cold drink, and be ready for Story Time. Thank you so much for joining us. And be sure to find Story Time right here on Facebook. Find us on Instagram as well as our YouTube channel. So do join us on those platforms. Thank you so much. Anna from Chicago, good morning to you. Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Good morning to you, Lacey. How are you doing? Are you ready for 5th grade, Lacey? Good morning. I hope you are. Thank you for joining us. Olive Oil, happy last day of school. I will be seeing you very soon. Good morning to you. Nora in Hayward, and I'm sure Olive in Hayward is joining in as well. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? So glad you are here. Welcome. Yes, happy Thursday to you. Yes, out here it is nice and sunny in Auckland. Tell me how it is where you are and who is joining in with you. Yes, Ruth, Mona Lisa, and Swana, how are you doing, my sister? Please let me know who is joining in with you. And I know you're joining in from Zambia. Good morning to you, or is it good evening on that end? Thank you so much. Recho Sikwese Bayele, how are you doing? You're joining in from Portland. Good morning to you. Good morning. I hope I got your last name correctly. Please do tell me how to say it correctly. Good morning to you. Absa, how are you doing? And good morning to you. Asta, yes, thank you so much. And we also have Heather joining us from sunny Oregon, you say, and you are joining in with Enid. How are you doing? Oatmeal with apples, that sounds amazing. Yes, please do send some to Mr. Limada. How are you doing today? So glad you could join in, everybody. Harriet Nalungwe, how are you doing? Please let me know who is joining in with you. Yes, joining us all the way from Zambia. Good to see you out there, my sister. How are you doing today? Thank you. Ellen in Chicago, how are you? Great that you're joining us here. Yes, we will be right here. Storytime will be back tomorrow. So we are still here. Please join in. Thank you, Ruth. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Zoe and the little cousins are joining in with Ruth and Swana. Good morning to you. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, good morning to you, Pema and Maya. How are you doing today? All right, and you say your nicknames are Kiku and Baby Bump. All right, well, I will keep those in mind for sure. Thank you, Pema. Thank you to you, Maya. I am so glad you are here with us today. Yes, good morning. Desmond in Gilroy joining in with Jess. How are you doing today? Glad to see you here, buddy. Thank you for joining in. Giada and Santiago in Sunnyvale. How are you? Glad you are here. Thank you so so much. And of course, we have Jacqueline Lungu joining in with Zoe, Zira, and Nkosi. How are you doing in Lusaka? Yes, my hometown. How are you? Good to see you here. Thank you so much. Harriet, you say you are joining in with Abraham. Good morning, good evening to you, Abraham. How are you doing? Yes, I hope you are enjoying time at home with mommy. Yes, good evening to you. So glad you are here. Good morning to you, Naima. Good morning to you, Nia. And of course, good morning to you, Cairo, right here in the Bay Area. Good morning to you. Noah and Lucy, welcome. How are you doing? Good morning. I hope you are ready for story time today. Yes. Owen, Ada, and Delia, how are you doing? You are here with story time this morning. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate that. I hope you are ready for today's story and that you will enjoy it. Maya and Raven, how are you today? Good morning to you. Lily and Justine in the house. Good morning to you. Thank you so much. Adam and Zach, yes, good morning to you. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. And Kaylin, thank you so much for having the kids join in today. Zach and Adam, I hope you are still able to play some soccer out there. Yes. Rocco and Clay and Chriselle joining us from Long Beach. How are you today? Thank you so much. We have one more minute and we will be getting into our story. Amado and Ligaya, good morning to you. Yes, happy last day of school. Santino, good morning to you, and good morning to you, Katalea. How are you doing? Tusaiwe and Nataisia, how are you? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Rachel, for letting me know who's joining in with you. Tusaiwe and Nataisia. Yes, I love those names. Good morning to you. Judah, DJ, and Blaze in Oakley, how are you? Yes, glad you are here with us. Good morning to you. Gabriela joining us from Kawe in Zambia. How are you doing? Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that has joined in. And of course, we will be getting back to more shout outs after the reading. Rachel Reed Mudenda in El Paso, Texas. Welcome. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. And yes, we will be getting started with our story. But before we go into that, please remember that, yes, you can find Storytime with Mr. Limada right here on Facebook. 10:30 Pacific time, live every weekday, and also recordings after. You can find us on Instagram and also on our YouTube channel. Do find Storytime with Mr. Limada. And of course, consider being a volunteer at Emerson Elementary or a school nearby you for the food distribution that will be happening this summer. If you're able, please think about it. But of course, safety first. All right, and do check out our spotlight authors that are up on our page and read about them and see where you can find their amazing books. Thank you so much to everybody for joining in. Now we're going to get started with our story, Bintu's Braids, and it is written by Sylviane Diouf and illustrations by Shane W. Evans. Do join in for that. And of course, this book is being read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Do find the link on where you can get this book in our description and as well as the title for today's reading. My name is Bintu and I want braids. My hair is short and fuzzy. My hair is plain and silly. All I have is 4 little tufts on my head. Ah, poor Bintu. Sometimes I dream that little birds make their nest in my hair. It would be such a nice place for babies to rest. There they would sleep and they would sing. But most of the time, I dream of braids, long braids with gold coins and seashells. My sister Fatu has braids and she looks pretty. When she bends over me, the beads of her hair touch my cheek. She asks, Bintu, why are you crying? I say, I want to be pretty like you. And she says, Little girls can't have braids. Tomorrow I will cornrow your hair. That's all I ever get. Cornrows, I say. This morning, Grandma Sukeye is coming to our village for the baptism of my baby brother, who is 8 days old. Mommy has sent me to meet her. Here she is now in her blue gown. Grandma Sukeye knows everything. That's what my mother says. She says old people know so much because they have lived such a long time and have learned more than everybody knows. Since Grandma knows everything, I ask her why little girls can't have braids. A long time ago, there was a young girl named Kumba who thought only about how pretty she was. She says while stroking my head, Everyone envied her, and Kumba became vain and selfish. It was then that the mothers decided that little girls would not be allowed to have braids, so that they would only make friends, play, and learn. From then on, Kumba got cornrows. Grandma pulls gently on my ear and says, Now, little Bintu, when you're older, it's fine to want to look your best and to show everybody that you've become a young woman. But you are still just a girl. You will get braids when it is time. When I sleep that night, I dream that I am old. I dream that I am 16. And I have braids with gold coins and seashells. And when I turn my head, the sun follows me. I shine like a queen. When I wake up, well, I look into the mirror, but I am still Bintu, with 4 little tufts on my head. Today, our yard is full of people in their best clothes. Earlier, Aunt Safi shaved my baby brother's head, and now she holds him for all to see. Daddy whispers the name he and Mommy have chosen to Serenier Mansour, the elder who leads the prayer. Serenier Mansour murmurs a short prayer in the baby's ears, and then he says aloud, His name is Abdul. Now we can all eat and have fun. Huge platters of lamb and rice appear. I look for the fish balls in hot sauce, then burn my tongue. I eat sugary fritters and papayas. Ooh, delicious. I watch the women from behind the mango tree. My sister Fatu is there. She has put perfumed oil on her scalp between her braids to make it shine. And also, she says that the skin put so tight hurts less. Mommy's friends have braids with gold coins on their forehead. They say it is to show us children how the great-grandmothers we never knew wore their hair. It took 3 days to finish Aunt Ada's braids. There are so many that even my older sister, Maddie, could not count them all. Mariama, who studies in the city, and her friend have braids that reach down to their waists. Her friend is not from here. I can tell because she talks with an accent. When I gave her a papaya, she said, I am Terry, and I come from America. I asked if the little girls there have braids. Many do, and they put colorful berets on their braids. They must look pretty, the little girls in your country, I say. The women laugh and shake their heads, and the beads on their heads sound like rain. All I have is 4 little tufts on my hair, on my head, and I am sad. Oh. I walk to the beach like I always do when I want to be alone. It is quiet. I only hear the waves, the wind in the palm trees, and the birds. And then screams. When I look up, I see 2 boys waving and shouting. Their canoe is sinking. I have to get the fishermen. Quick, quick! Uh-oh, the path to the village is wide and easy, but it will be faster if I take the shortcut through the bush. Nobody uses it because there are long thorns and sharp stones. I run and jump as fast as I can. Booba, Yaya! Booba and Yaya are drowning, I cry when I reach the clearing. The fishermen rush past me and push a canoe to the water. Their paddles move fast, fast, fast. They canoe to the water. They throw a rope to the boys and pull them in. Back in the village, everyone gathers around me. Aunt Alima too, Booba and Yaya's mother, brings me biscuits. Mommy says, "You're a smart little girl. If you had taken the good path, you would have arrived too late. You have saved these boys' lives. We shall reward you. Tell us what you would like." Before I could speak, Fatu says, she wants braids. Mommy runs her fingers through my hair where only 2 tufts remain. The thread around the others broke when I ran through the bush. The braids you shall have, she says. Tonight, I dream I have braids and the sun follows me. I dream I see a little girl sitting in a tree. Yellow and blue birds nestle in her hair. Her hair is so pretty that everybody has gathered under the tree and smiles up at her. The sun stops following me and shines on the feathers of the birds and the pretty hair where they nest. In the morning, Grandma Sukeye calls me to her room. She tells me to sit on the floor between her legs. She rubs perfumed oil in my hair. "You're a special little girl," she whispers. "Your hair will be special too." I tell her that Auntie Awa is coming to braid my hair. But she says, "Hush now." I feel her fingers fast and light. I think she's doing cornrows. I feel tears in my eyes. I shut them tight. When it's over, I don't want to look in the mirror she holds. Grandma says, "Open your eyes, little Bintu," and that's when I see yellow and blue birds in my hair. Gone is the plain girl with the 4 tufts on her head. In the mirror is a girl with pretty hair looking back at me. I am Bintu. My hair is black and shiny. My hair is soft and pretty. I am the girl with the birds in her hair. The sun follows me, and I am happy. And there's happy Bintu. The end. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed that. And everybody that is watching, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. That was Bintu's Braids by Sylviane Diouf and illustrated by Shane W. Evans. Yes, let kids be kids. Kids, your time will come. Just enjoy it, be kids. Play, enjoy, learn, be with friends. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I hope we learned a thing or two from Bintu and her family and her village. Yes, it takes a village to help raise our kids. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. And be sure to join us again tomorrow morning, 10:30 Pacific time, when we are back for Get Up, Stand Up. by Sidela Mali. So do join us for that one. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. And remember that Auckland Unified, this is the last day of school. Enjoy it and hope you enjoy the holidays that are coming. But for now, let's just see who else has joined us this morning and just say hi to them. Yes, thank you so much, everybody that joined in. We have so many great people joining us. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Maceo, where you're joining us from Lafayette. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Good morning to you. Or is it Maceo? Good morning to you. Thank you so much. Adam and Zach, thank you. Thank you. Lucy and Noah, thank you one more time. Thank you to you. Kelena and Kanayo out in Dublin. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. And good morning to you, Barbara Theron. You say, yes, oh, great. I'm glad you're enjoying it on your mom's computer. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Malaika and Yelesani. You're joining in with Numa all the way out in Lusaka. Thank you so much. I am glad you are joining us. Miss Vera, thank you one more time. Thank you so much for joining in with Storytime. Marissa in Denmark, and you're joining in with Fiona. How are you doing today? Please do have yourselves a lovely evening and good night to you. Thank you so much. Milton Joshua Lungu, you are joining us. Please let us know who is joining in with you. Thank you so much. Heather Kitamarike, how are you? Thank you so much. And please do say hi to the boys for me. Mbaz, how are you doing? I am trying to remember the other two names. Please do let us know who is there with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate that. Tamara, you're joining in with Alana and Kaya. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Zayana, right here in Auckland, and good morning to you, Trevesta. Good morning to you, Stephanie, and good morning to you, Tai in LA. Thank you so much. Dinosaur hair, I love that. Good morning, Bellington Muyumba. How are you doing, my brother? Yes, I am glad you are here. Thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Zambia. Yes, good morning to you, Mulishuwahe. Ace, how are you doing, my brother? Thank you so much. Kathleen, Maya, Raven, thank you. Heather Suarez, oh my God, how are you doing, my sister? Hopefully you are enjoying your teaching and yes, ready for the holidays that are coming. Thank you so much for joining in, Heather. Good to see you out there. Yes. Dawn, you are joining in. You say, yes, go grandma. Thank you so much. Harmony Beth, thank you as usual for joining us. Thank you. Yes, Naima, you say great book. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much, Mataizia. Yes, thank you, Nataizia. Thank you so much. You say you want hair like Bintu's. Yes, absolutely. I hope you get that. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Devo, joining us. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. Oh, Daniel, out in Tennessee. How are you doing, my brother? Thank you so much. Glad you could join in. I hope we can get to play soccer in Florida again soon together, my brother. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Ruth Mona Lisa and Swana, you say beautiful story. That is an amazing story. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Yes, Pema, thank you so much. Absolutely appreciate that. Michael and Gabriel in Auckland, thank you so much. And you're joining in with Angela Davis. How are you doing? Thank you. Yes, Harriet Nalungwe, very educational story. I am glad that you could join in for that one today. Thank you, everybody that joined in. Zaire Wilburn, how are you doing? Yes, good morning to you. Shamarin, how are you doing? And yes, good morning to you, Fidelis. How are you today? Thank you so much, everybody. Yes. Good morning. Yes, thank you. I hope I got everybody. And if I missed you, be sure to catch us again tomorrow when we are back for Get Up, Stand Up by Sidela Mali. Otherwise, from me today, I'm just saying, please have yourself a lovely Thursday. And if it is evening where you are, have a beautiful night and dream all the sweet dreams. I will see you again right here tomorrow at 10:30 Pacific time. From me, it is much love, and I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.